Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be attempting the Digital SAT Practice Test, the math section. So let's get started. Number 1. Tilly earns P dollars for every W hours of work. Which expression represents the amount of money in dollars Tilly earns 39 W hours a week? So here I know that this is a proportional relationship showing that P dollars for every W hours. That we don't know yet, and that means that for every X hours is 39W, as it says over here. So now what I'm just going to do is cross multiply this. So we have 39 PW is equal to WX. And so that means I can cancel out the W's from both sides, and that'll give us X is equal to 39P. So that means that for hours of work, that's 39P, so our answer should be A. Number 2, for a training program, Juan rides his bike at an average rate of 5.7 minutes per mile. Which function M models the number of minutes it will take Juan to ride X miles at this rate? Okay, so it does say that average rate of 5.7 minutes per mile. It says per mile. I know that it won't be division, addition, or subtraction, as it shows in answer options A, B, or C. When it says per mile, that means it's multiplication, so 5.7 times x, that should be D as our answer. Okay, number 3, the solution of the given system of equations is x, y. What is the value of y? I'm going to first find x. 3x is equal to 12. That means x is equal to 12 divided by 3, which is 4. And now y minus 3x plus y is equal to minus 6. And that means that we put 4 in here, that we get minus 12 plus y is equal to negative 6. Y is equal to negative 6 plus 12. That will give us y is equal to 6. So our answer is B. Alright, number 4. The equation gives the speed s in miles per hour of a car t seconds after it began to accelerate. What is the speed in miles per hour of the car 5 seconds after it began to accelerate? So it says t is the variable for seconds, and we have 5 seconds, so we're going to put 5 for the t value. So s is equal to 40 plus 3 times 5. That means that s is equal to 40 plus 15. S is equal to 55. So our answer is D. Okay, number 5. For the right triangle shown, A is equal to 4, B is equal to 5. Which expressions represent the value of C? Okay, so we're given the A and B values, so we know that the Pythagorean theorem is A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. And right now, we're asked to find the value of C. So that means that C squared is equal to 4 squared plus 5 squared. But because we have to find the C value, I'm going to take the square away from C. That means square root of 4 squared plus 5 squared. And that means our answer should be D. Alright, number 6. Here's a solution to the given equation. So 4x plus 5 is equal to 165. We're going to take the 5 to the other side, making it negative. So 4x is equal to 165 minus 5, and 4x is equal to 160. And 160 divided by 4, that should give us 40. So that's our answer. Okay, number 7. The x-intercept of the graph shown is x column 0. What is the value of x? So this is our x-intercept right here, where it intercepts on the x-axis. So we know the y is 0. That means x is 7. So x is equal to 7. Okay, number 8. Now function f is defined by f of x equal to 1/10 x minus 2. What is the y-intercept of the graph? Y is equal to f of x in the xy plane. So when we have y is equal to 1/10 x minus 2, we know that in y-intercept, x is 0, and we don't know our y value. So that means that y is equal to 1/10 times 0, which is 0 minus 2. So the y coordinate in the y-intercept is minus 2. So it should be written as 0, comma, negative 2, and b represents that, so b is our answer. Okay, number 9. The function f is defined by f of x equal to 7x cubed. In the xy plane, the graph of y is equal to g of x is a result of shifting the graph of y is equal to f of x down 2 units. This is really important. It says down 2 units. Which equation defines function g? So when we have down 2 units, that means that that's for g of x. So that means we write this as g of x is equal to 7x cubed. When it says down, it's negative, so minus 2. That means D should be our answer. Okay, number 10. Which ordered pair is a solution to the given system of equations? I can find x first, so x is equal to 10 minus 7, which is 3, and that's in every answer option. Next, we can put 3 into this equation, so 3 plus 7 squared is equal to y is equal to 10 squared, y is equal to 100. So that means our answer should be A, because if we have x as 3, y is 100, then we write that as 3, comma 100. All right, number 11. Which expression is equivalent to this? So we have this, we have like terms here. These are our like terms. So we have 7x cubed minus 6x cubed plus 7x plus 3x, because they're two negatives. So plus 3x, that'll give us x cubed plus 10x. So our answer is A. Okay, number 12, the function p is defined by p of n is equal to 7n cubed. What is the value of n when p of n is equal to 56? So if p of n is equal to 7n cubed and p of n is also equal to 56, then that means that 7n cubed is equal to 56. So that means that n cubed is equal to 56 divided by 7. That should give us 8. And n is equal to the cube root of 8. Cube root of 8 is equal to 2, so that means A is our answer. Okay, number 13. In the figure shown, line C intersects parallel lines S and T. What is the value of X? So up here, we have 110 degrees for that angle, which means up here we also have 110 degrees. And since it's a straight angle on S, now to find X, we're going to do 180 degrees minus 110 degrees. That should give us 70 degrees, so our answer is 70. Okay, number 14. A list of 10 data values is shown. What is the mean of this data? So mean is when you add up all the values divided by how many data values there are. And in this case, we have 10 data values. So now we have to add up all these. To make it simple, I'm going to first add up all these. That'll give us 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 8 is 23. Next, we have 6 plus 8, 14. And then now we just find these numbers. 26 plus 17. That'll give us 43. 43 plus 4, 47. 47 plus 16. That should give us 63. So those are our three numbers. Now we add these 63, 23, and 14. 3 plus 3, 6. And then that should give us 10. 1 plus 6, 7 plus 2, 9, 100. Now we have that. So 100 divided by 10 values, that should give us 10. So our answer is 10. Okay, number 15. The equation E of t is equal to 5 times 1.8 to the power of t gives the estimated number of employees at a restaurant, where t is the number of years. So, okay, it does say estimated, and we see that it doesn't talk about a type of percent increase at all. So I'm gonna take out D from this choice. It also does not mention, it does mention restaurant opening, but in this case, we're asked what 5 is in this situation, and 5 has something to do with like how many employees the business start off with. So I'm gonna also take out C from that, and we're left with A and B. Now, if we see here, 5 is our rate of change. Although you might say it's 1.8, because it has the exponent here, that won't be a rate of change. That's more of like an exponential thing. So I'm going to go with B as our answer because 5 should be the increase for the estimated numbers with our rate of change. So 15 for 15, B is the answer. Okay, number 16, what is the minimum value of the given function? So if g of x is also known as y, so if y is equal to x squared plus 55, then for this, we're going to use this equation. Y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. And because here we don't have a b value, usually we'd have something like ax squared plus bx plus c. So we do have a c value, we have an a value, but we do not have a b value. That means that b is just basically equal to 0. In this case, b is h. So I'm going to write this as a of x minus 0 squared plus k. K is 55 and a is 1. So that means 1 times x minus 0 squared plus 55. And in this case, because we have a 0 and we square it, we're still going to have 0 there. And then 1 times 0 plus 55, we are left with 0 plus 55. That gives us 55. So our minimum value would be 55. So our answer is B. Okay, 17. Each year, the value of an investment increases 0.49% of its value the previous year. Which of the following functions best models how the value of investment changed over time? I already know that because it says increases here, I can take out A and B from the choices. It says increases, and then now we see that now we can see that it's not a linear increase because it does say 0.49% of the previous value. It doesn't say the starting value. So if it were linear, then it would be the starting value. So that means C should be the answer. 18, the population of Greenville increased by 7% from 2015 to 2016. If the 2016 population is K times the 2015 population, what is the value of K? Okay, so it does say it increased 7%. So that means that in 2016, the population compared to 2015 would be 100% plus 7%. That'd give us 107. And if you're putting this in percent-wise and decimal, you get 1.07. So to compare 2016 to 2015, you have to use the decimal. So C should be our answer. Okay, number 19, which expression is equivalent to A 11 over 12 where A is greater than 0? So it does, okay, so I'm gonna take this. So first we have our denominator as 12. So I know you're gonna say like because we take the 12 to the other side, we're gonna get 12 square root of A to the power 11. But because 12 in this case, it's the denominator, 12 by 12 is equal to 1. And because of that, we're gonna multiply A of 11 by 12 times 12 by 12. That should give us A of 132 over A of 144. So when we're given that, now we write it in this form. That'll give us 144 square root of A to the power of 132. So our answer would be B. Okay. Number 20. The event planner is planning a party. It costs the event planner a one-time fee of $35 to rent the venue and $10.25 per attendee. The event planner has a budget of $200. What is the greatest number of attendees possible with the exceeding budget limit? So I'm going to write this as 10.25 per attendee. That means 10.25x, and then we have a one-time fee of 35. So plus 35. That would give us, now budget of 200 means less than or equal to 200. Now I'm going to take 35 to the other side. That will give us 10.25x is less than or equal to 200 minus 35 is equal to 165. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we see that we're left with 165 divided by 10.5. That would give us 16. So that means without exceeding the budget. So we would get a decimal for this, but we have to go with the least value because if we go above, that would go over the budget. So that means the least value would be 16. Okay, 21. If 4x minus 4 absolute value is equal to 1 what is the positive value of x minus? So positive value means we're going to do 4x is equal to 112 plus 4, and that means 4x is equal to 116. X is equal to 116 by 4. That's like about, no, I think there's an exact answer for this. Yeah, that's 29. So our positive value would be 29, but because it asks x minus 1, we're doing 29 minus 1, that'll be 28. So this is our answer, not 29. 28 is our answer. Okay, 22. A cube has an edge length of 68 inches. A solid sphere with a radius of 34 inches is inside the cube, such that the sphere touches the center of each face of the cube to the nearest cubic inch. What is the volume of the space in the cube not taken up by the sphere? So he's basically saying that in a cube, I'm just going to draw it out to make it easier. There's like a sphere inside, and then there's a space. We have to find out the space that is not covered. So first, for a cube's volume would be a cubed, and a sphere's volume would be 4/3 pi r cubed. So that's what we have. So we're given with a cubed minus 4 pi r cubed, and because the edge length is 68 inches and a cube has all the same side lengths, we're going to do 68 cubed. Now 68 cubed is 314,432 minus 4 pi r cubed. Now the radius of the sphere is 34, so 34 cubed would give us, so I don't know the exact value, but once we multiply 4/3 pi with it, we're gonna get about 164,636. 636. So you're gonna get a decimal, but once you subtract it, we're gonna get approximately 149,796. So you go with the closest answer, and that means A should be the answer. The answer will not be exact, it's about a decimal, but then we just go with whatever is the closest to it. Okay, number 23. What is the diameter of the circle in the xy plane with the equation? So in this equation, basically 16 is represented as r squared. If r squared is equal to 16, r is equal to square root of 16, which is 4. So the radius is 4, but he does ask the diameter, and diameter is equal to 2r. So if the radius is 4, then diameter is equal to 2 times 4, which means diameter is equal to 8. So B is our answer. Okay, number 24. For the exponential function, the value of f of 1 is k. And k is a constant. Which of the following equivalent forms of the function f shows the value of k as the coefficient or the base? So f of 1 is k. So if f of x is, in this case, the form of the function, we can see that f of 1 can be found for the coefficient to be exactly 1. We have to see which one gets to 0. So if we put 1 in here, we get 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. So definitely not that. We put here 1, definitely not that either. We take here 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. That works. 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. That does not work. And now this will work, 0, because once we multiply with this with that, we're left with 128 times 1. Now that will work because it does ask when k is a constant, f of 1 is k. So we're trying to find out which one will give us a power of 0, and then we get our coefficient or the base of 1, and then we're left with this as 1. So C should be our answer. Okay, number 25. The model estimates the end of each year from 2015 to 20. Okay, this problem, basically, we're finding the equation for this. Now, I'm going to first represent this with 150% each year, and then we have this. So N is equal to A 1 plus p over 100 and to the power of t. And now that's the equation that is the estimated number of squirrels in the population at the end of 2015, and the number is p%. So if p is equal to 150, then that means this equation is equal to a1 plus 150, so a1 plus 150 over 100 to the power of t. That means a1 plus 1.5, because 150 divided by 100 to the power of t. That'll give us a times 2.5 to the power of t. And now we can see that when we do, to find out what the a value is, it says that squirrels at the end of 2016 was 180 squirrels. 180 squirrels. So if n is equal to 180, so 180 is equal to a times 2.5 to the power of t. To find out a, oh yeah, no, this isn't times t, this is the exponent t, not times. I got confused there. So 180 is equal to 2.5a then. So then we're doing 180 divided by 2.5. That means a is equal to 72. So in this case, if we have 2.5 here, and then that gives us the equation n is equal to 72 times 2.5 to the power of t. So B is our answer. Okay, 26. In the given pair of equation A or B are constant, graph of this. Okay, this is perpendicular lines. One thing we have to remember about perpendicular lines is that it's the negative reciprocal. So first, I'm gonna put these in slope-intercept form, and when I put this in slope-intercept form, I'm given 7y is equal to 5x plus 1. So y is equal to minus 5/7x plus 1 over 7. So I'm given that. Now, our slope of the graph for this equation is negative 5/7. And we don't know the second equation yet, but to write this out, we'd get by is equal to minus ax plus 1. So then y is equal to minus a over bx plus 1 over b. So there, now we have these two equations in slope-intercept form from these equations. Now to find the negative reciprocal of this and put it in standard form. Now the negative reciprocal of both these equations, now when we find them, we'd get, so this, the negative reciprocal, we're going to get y is equal to negative 10/7 x plus 1/7, because negative reciprocal. And then the next equation, we're going to get y is equal to minus a over 2b x plus 1 over 2b. Now that is our equation in slope-intercept form. But because we have to write them in standard form, I'm going to multiply this equation with 7. So 7y is equal to minus 10x plus 1. So 10x plus 7y is equal to 1. And then D is definitely not the answer. And then we are left with this. We're multiplying with 2b. 2by is equal to minus ax plus 1. Ax plus 2by is equal to 1. So that means B should be the answer. It matches this description exactly. Okay, last question. In the given equation, C is a constant. The equation has no real solutions if C is greater than n. What is the least possible value of n? Now, it's a quadratic equation of the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. We have that in that form, which is equal to 0. So if a, b, c are constants and has no real solutions, that means that So that means b squared plus, so sorry, not plus. That means b squared minus 4ac is less than 0 if c is greater than n. So in the given equation, we have this equation equal to 0, and then we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 34. So that means that we're going to put these in the values. So negative 34 square minus 4 times 1 times c. That'll give us 1156 minus 4c. Now, when it has no real solutions, that means that it's less than 0. And now we just solve for this. Now we take 4c to the other side. 4c is greater than. 4c is greater than 1156. And now we're just solving for c. So then c is greater than 1156 divided by 4. So that means that's 289. So that's our answer. So I hope this video helped you guys, and please consider to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.